Welcome back, everyone, to I'm No Genius. Thank you all for joining us today. I can't thank you enough. All four, five listeners out there, thank you for being here with us. Grant Sherman, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on. Prior to us getting started, I was just getting caught up on everything we've been talking about. Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, we've had a multitude of very interesting topics. And speaking of interesting topics, Camden Primer's in my waiting room. I'm just going to let him sit there for a second.
Yeah, don't let
Uh,
him in. We're having a
yeah,
moment.
let's just talk some crap about him before he joins in. Grant, anything you want to get off your chest?
I don't know. There's nothing bad to say about him. You
I,
reverse.
I mean, I was going to say the same thing. There's not much. He doesn't have many flaws as a human being.
I
Um,
hate that about him. I
yeah,
really hate that.
that's really annoying.
That
And
annoys me. He won
yeah,
everything in school
yeah, so many Archie Griffin sportsmanship
just
awards.
because he's such a good guy.
Yeah, I mean,
Um, yeah, I hate him. All right, we
yeah,
can let him in.
me too. Let's let him in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Camden Primer to the podcast. Camden, how you doing, buddy? We are rolling right now, so don't curse, please.
Me?
Yeah,
Stop. Stop that.
I'm just saying, buddy. I mean, you have a history.
Hey, Grant.
Hey, don't mind my hat collection.
Wow, that's expansive.
Yeah, Cam, you have a hat collection. You're a
That
known
looks
hat collector.
expensive.
I'm looking at the comparisons between the hat racks there. I see Grant, he's got the couple of, just behind the door hat racks. Cam, I think those are supposed to be behind the door, but you have so many hats, it could not fit all behind one door.
How many are
And
there?
I feel like we do this all the time, but I have no
Well,
problem showing
just you
them
keep
off.
adding hats, so we don't
Yeah,
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. We need to update.
yeah, yeah. Let's see here. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six times three, Eli.
18.
Plus one, 19. And then six times three,
18 still.
Things
18 plus 19.
37.
37. Yep, I have 37 hats.
wow,
I
that's
just
big.
I'm not
Not
gonna
counting my work hats.
But
Those are just my nice hats. I think
do
I
you
got
have
this
a?
no.
I'm
Oh,
no
I got
genius.
this from the pumpkin show.
You got that
Oh,
from the greatest free show on earth?
Yeah, I think it was fifth grade. What were you saying, Grant?
Do you have an
I
I'm no
said
genius hat?
you have an I'm no genius hat.
Do I?
Let's
Listen,
let's
I'm no genius, but I got the merch.
we guys, we got to plug this merch as much as possible because
When's the last time someone bought something?
I think it's been over a year since someone has actually bought something I'm No Genius related. And there's the hat. That's actually one of our nicest hats right
I'd
there.
like
Look at
I'd
that.
like to point out, I didn't buy this hat. I think it was re-gifted to me. Not a big deal. But the quality's nice. It's stretchy. It's
Yeah.
not, and usually I'm not a fitted hat guy, but this is actually pretty comfortable. I'd also like to point out I've never worn this hat.
Neither
Not
have I.
not one time.
First time wearing it for both of you, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And as soon as we're done talking about it, I'm gonna take it off.
Aren't you guys in like marketing and like finance, like, sales and stuff like that?
Yeah,
Because because
probably would be good.
you're doing a bang up job right now.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I
Huh.
guess if we wore this around, maybe we'd get questions. What's I'm no genius? What's
Yeah.
on your hat?
Yeah. Yeah,
Are
but
you
then
Might
we'd
be.
have then
I
we'd
just
have
don't
to
want to get it dirty because mine's white, so Cam has no excuse.
well, I just don't want to redirect them to the site. I don't want them to ever see this.
Okay.
So
Well, guys, I mean, people are seeing this podcast. We just spent, I visited, me and Cam, we visited the boys down at OU the weekend before school starts, which, by the way, Grant, how's the first couple days of school going?
Great, great. Very busy. A
Very
lot
busy.
of, yeah, very busy this semester. Just get through this semester. Hopefully, next one should be lighter. And then we're graduated. We're
Attaboy.
almost there. The end is in sight.
The end is almost near. Let's put up the sandwich boards and walk Times Square. Cam,
Fourth,
you've got, yep, for Cam, you got one class, and Grant and I'm not going to lie, we were teasing you behind your back before you joined in that you were doing homework and you have one class.
You were late.
And you were late to this episode because you had
Yeah.
to do homework for your one class.
Yeah, no,
I can't talk. I've missed the last two episodes, but
listen, I was dialed. I was catching up on the assignment that's due Monday. Like to get it done before the weekend. And I have one more to do after this, but this is a nice break.
You have two assignments.
Well, I had to do a discussion reply. And these two yeah, it's multi-stepped assignments. So like it's only 5 questions, but there's 5 questions within a question.
Oh, okay.
Only five questions.
There's five sub questions to the question.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What were the questions? Were these like,
It was
tough, hard-hitting questions?
yeah, no, I didn't understand any of them. It was a financial management pre-test.
Oh, a pre-test?
But then the next one is the chapter 1 assignment.
Isn't
So
that
I actually have to know that one.
the pre-test? Isn't that just the thing that you like, you don't try on because it just shows how dumb you are to start out, and then when you finish the class, you show how smart you are,
Yeah,
taking the
but
same
then you
test
can
over
go
again.
back and review and improve it. Listen, I don't want to hear this. God forbid that I become an academic weapon and continue that greatness. I'm this close to graduating with the 4.0 and honors. I'm gonna get there. And just for your information, I got to Final Jeopardy tonight. What is wardrobe?
Oh, wow, really?
nerd.
Yeah.
Was this like a Bill Murray like Groundhog Day situation? Have you come back? Have you relived this day over and over again?
No, I'm just dialed in to useless knowledge.
I guess that makes sense. If this was a Groundhog Day situation, you wouldn't be doing homework.
No. No.
Yeah, that was a stupid question. But Cam, school going good for you so far?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. But what I'm trying to say here is that to loop back to what introduced this point to begin with, we spent a day. Well, some people spent overnight down at OU hanging out with the boys. Me and Cam, we visited. Adam was also there. It was really an I'm No Genius reunion. Didn't bring microphones because we were having so much fun doing so many activities and everything. We couldn't be
Should
bothered.
have.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we had
Maybe.
a lot of fun. And guys, how many people came up to me? Personally, I can't speak for you guys. They came up to me and they said, Eli, when am I going to be on the podcast? Because you guys are so famous, so rich, so good looking that I want to be a part of that. And I said, well, guys, I mean, one at a time, really. I mean, there's a lot of demand for that now. What are you guys' thoughts?
Grant,
I don't know. Yeah, I was just gonna say it kind of sounds like you're joking, but when you showed up, people like actually came up to me and was like, "Is that Eli? Is that like people that you've never met?"
Never met him.
So we actually got people who watch at least the clips, and they know about you. You're
Yeah, I hate to say this. In the smallest circle that we inhabit, Eli's a rock star.
he is.
And none of these people watch or listen to the show. They only see the clips. But the amount of people who I see in person, like, oh, I saw the podcast. I'm like, oh, awesome. And then they're like, I would love to be in it. I was like, yeah. All right.
See you later, man.
Sounds good.
Well,
Like,
then Kylie started talking. She was saying that they should make a podcast and that theirs would be better, but I don't see him doing it.
well, first off,
They don't have an Eli.
ours is a prime example that there's already too many podcasts in the world. It's
Yeah.
way too easy to start one. And
Yeah.
Grant, very good point. They don't have an Eli.
I mean, I don't want to brag on myself, but yeah, I have so much free time on my hands. I have I'm so obsessive over the smallest little things that don't really matter, that don't yield any positive results to society, and this is that very thing. So yeah, I'm proud of it.
Well, we're proud of you and thank you for all
Very
that you
proud.
do for us.
Yeah, but I mean, I got approached by, Brooklyn and Alexa. They've been wanting. Thank you, Grant. I appreciate that. Brooklyn and Alexa. They've been wanting to do a High School Musical episode for weeks now. It's basically a running joke that it's just never going to happen at this point. So I'll keep them on the hook. I'll keep reeling them in. I had Trent, who I've had interactions with at OU before. He's just like, dude, I got to get on. And I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, we'll pencil you in. Then Dan comes up to me and he goes, hey, dude, I got to get on. I'm just like, all right. We need to start like a wait list now and everything. Like, we need to have a bouncer for our Zoom room.
You know what we could do is just not have them on.
There's always
I'd
that.
love to. I think it'd be fun to introduce all these different entities and new people into this realm of our world. But then what?
Right.
Um,
Wow.
I will say I think we're also becoming kind of a nuisance because mom told me last night that she had to turn off the podcast just because she couldn't take it anymore. I said, what exactly does that mean?
What's that mean?
She said, you were just too much. You know what? You're probably right, Mom. Thanks. She also said that one of her coworkers came up to her and said that her neighbor came up to her and said, why is Gina's son on my Instagram? Don't know. Did you throw it a like? So, the algorithm's doing its thing.
Got on the For You page somehow.
I don't know if people want us on there, but we're there.
We're there for
Yeah.
sure. My coworkers as well. It's now like I told you guys before that a couple of them knew of the podcast. Now some of them are actually listening to it. And I think to myself, oh no,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
this is not good, really, because I like to consider myself a semi-serious person. This podcast just negates all of that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Every time someone's like, oh, you do that podcast, or how's the podcast? I'm always like, I act like coy and I'm like, oh, because part of me is like, I don't want you to hear this. But when I'm on here, I have the time of my life. I love talking to you boys. But when people ask, I'm like, huh.
Yeah, when people I can relate to that, and Grant, maybe you can too. When people just ask you
Hmm.
about something that you're passionate about, but you're kind of embarrassed of, they're just like,
Yep.
"Hey, I watched you on that clip. I watched this episode. Really nice stuff." You think
Are you
dead
serious?
inside.
Did
Yeah,
you
you're
listen to it?
yeah, like seriously. Like why would you do that to yourself,
You
really?
took time out of your day to
To
thank
listen to
you.
us.
Thank you. Thank you 1,000 times over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
sincerely.
this is time, and we have fun doing it, but it's still time. So thank you.
It's very much still time. You said it yourself, Cam.
Thank you.
Um But yeah, guy. Well, I guess that's the opening to our episode, isn't it? 13 minutes of us just basking in our own glory. But
We're
other than
talking crap ourselves.
yeah, that as well. It's both ends of the teeter totter right there. We got to hit both ends to be unbiased
Hit 'em.
towards ourselves.
Exactly.
Cam, how you doing? How's the world of Cam going lately? You still inspired by Cocktail? We were talking about that earlier.
Um, yeah. No, I'm still down to make drinks, but I want to look cool doing it. I do have announcement to make.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I did a silly little thing, and I just dropped $150 to run a half marathon in October.
that is not the news I thought you were going to say. But great, great for you.
No, 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 because I'm not excited for this news.
Right.
One of my dearest friends, Devin, who you guys all know,
Devin,
um,
he's been on the podcast. Very nice guy.
yes, he's been on there a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
Um, he's a NARP. I'm a NARP.
Could you explain what that means to the viewers out there?
A NARP is a non-athletic real person. We do not play college sports anymore.
Is it real person or regular person?
Regular person,
It's
real
regular.
person, regular person. See, I've never been a NARP. I don't know. You guys
You're
are gonna have
you're
to,
you're new to the
you guys are
club.
gonna have to
Relax.
enlighten me.
Yeah, me and Grant, we've
I mean,
been
I basically was a NARP. I sat the bench for 3 years. It's whatever. So Devin's down in the dumps with his real job, or with his job right now. He wants to spice up life and feel athletic again, and I second everything that he's saying. But the only conclusion we could come up with to fulfill this need is to run a half marathon. And Grant, listen, when you ran the half marathon, I had a shit ton of respect for you.
Yeah.
That has multiplied by about 10 billion after training for this thing. Keep in mind, it's only week 2 that I've been doing this, and I hate it. Every second of it.
Not
Yeah.
fun.
No, not at all. Because it's October 20th. We found like a training program to do. We're 5 weeks behind. So our first run was a 5-miler. Ow. This week, Tuesday, I ran 3 miles by myself. Running sucks as it is. Running by yourself is torture.
Yeah.
This morning, I ran 4 miles. I feel like a German Shepherd with hip dysplasia. This isn't fun.
You paint a beautiful
Yeah.
picture there, Cam. As a guy who, as you said, I do run by myself all the time,
Yeah.
mainly on a treadmill. I have to be in the right mood. You know, I have to be in the right, atmosphere to get myself to wanting to run. So it's all about the music, is it not, Cam? What are you listening to?
I mean, I listen to podcasts, but I mean, I could be listening to fill in something awesome. I could be listening to that. It would
Yeah.
still suck. It would still be not fun. But
Yeah.
that's okay. I'm going to do it. Grant, do you feel any type of accomplishment after saying you were able to run a half marathon? For
Yeah,
the
I
love of
did,
God, Grant, say yes.
but this pisses me off more than anything. Um, is Bodie.
Why is Bodie at your house? Bodie, come here. Here, boy.
Bodie Hammock, everyone.
Bodie Hammock, you're live to tape. Welcome
Yes.
down to Genius.
So,
What are you doing there?
I don't know. I guess we're going out to the bars tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cam, it's Thirsty Thursday. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
Absolutely.
Grant, what are you doing? Get out
I
of
mean,
there.
where are you? I got to be on the podcast.
Thanks, bro. Bodie, so good to see you.
Yeah. When are you coming
Um,
back down to Athens? Both of you.
Yeah, we'll be there tomorrow night. Bodie, Donato's came out with a new type of pizza. Have you tried it yet?
What is it?
And it's like 4 corners, something or other, like a Detroit style, maybe.
Detroit. So sauce on top.
I made that up. I don't know. It just looks like there's a
Oh.
little crust.
Not a fan.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
if you have any pizza questions, though, hit me up.
Do you? This is a real question. Do you like Donato's? Because don't tell your dad. Your mom loves Donato's.
She does love Donato's. She likes Massey's too. I don't like thin crust, so I'm not a Donato's fan.
What is your favorite non-Christie's pizza?
That's sacrilege, Cam.
Don't answer.
Mhm.
Don't fold. Promote
Bodie.
Christie's.
I don't know. I hate to say it, but I love Christie's so much.
God, this guy don't miss.
This guy is
Hey.
PR trained.
He's a tough
Yeah.
nut to crack.
Anniversary special going on right now too, by the way. $30.
Bye, Bodie.
Two
I'll be down
large.
there in a little
Bye,
bit,
Bo.
too.
Love you, Bodie. Oh my god.
I didn't know if he was coming. He said he had pickleball at 9. Perfect.
Cam, that's a perfect example right there. How you said we have a small circle and everything, and it's really just like it intersects. Like this is your childhood friend hanging out in Athens with your other childhood friends.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. When friends from other sides of my life interact with you guys and then become your friends, it makes me like I'm not there and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That's weird, but seeing you guys interact makes me just brings all kinds of joy to my life.
Because doesn't it like validate you? Like you made the right,
it's
you
like,
made the right
oh,
choice.
this guy and
Yeah.
listen, I love Bodie with my whole heart. He's one of my dearest friends. He's King Christie's Pizza, and he's down there partying his balls off. I love it.
It's amazing.
Thirsty Thursday. Okay,
Well,
back to the half marathon.
Half
Man, the
marathon.
half marathon.
This pisses me off because I know what's going to happen. You're going to run an insane time.
No.
Yeah.
You're going to, no. You're going to like complain about it. Training sucks, all this. I ran a good time.
A great
You're going to run a better time.
No, I'm not.
Now my time's not going to mean shit. So I'm just going to
No,
have to do it
stop.
again in the spring. And I thought I was done. So now I have to start training again, something I don't want to do. I can see what's going to happen.
No, for everyone at home, Grant's a beast. And Colin. Colin ran a half marathon too. Grant ran a sub 2 hour marathon. That's incredible.
Half.
Half marathon. All right.
Still,
And he's a humble man. Humble guy. He was willing to admit that I was
Yeah.
wrong. When I registered, I put myself in for the 2 hour mark. I'm shooting for under 2 hours. It's going to be super hard, and I'm probably not going to get it because what pace did you run? 9 minute pace?
I started like 7:30 and then it just kind of gradually decreased.
See, like 7:30 is non-existent in my head. The fastest mile I ran today was like 8:15.
You're gonna get there.
I'm
That's
not.
when is it?
October 20th.
You have plenty of time.
When you
You have
run,
2 months.
when
This is
you
when I
run-
started training.
when you run, do you get like a runner's high? Like, do you just start cruising?
No,
Me neither. All right,
never.
so
I don't understand what that is. I wish I did.
it's not a real thing.
time. It's
Not a
not.
real thing. Devin
It's
just
people
takes
that
off and
want-
floats.
Yeah, they want to make it sound fun. Running's not fun.
No,
I don't care who you are. If you're listening
no.
to this, you're lying. It's not fun.
The
sorry,
guy,
Grant got really close to the camera. It's not fun.
it's not.
It's not fun.
The guy who invented the marathon was running from war. He did not want to run that. He was running to save his life. And when he met his destination, he died. Who saw that and was like, you know what? We should make this whole thing. We should have people recreate this. He died.
Yeah, he died. But you're excited. I can tell.
I'm not. I know
You
it's
guys-
coming. October 21st, Cam's going to send us his time. He's going to get like a 1:45,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to start training.
If I get a 145,
I'm getting a 1:30. Just
if
kidding.
I
That's never going to happen.
listen, look at me. If I get a 145, Grant, for the entire month of November, I will wear nothing but I'm No Genius merch everywhere I go.
Watch him get a 146.
Yeah, no. He'll see it and he'll stop at the finish line.
He'll just like,
He'll be crushing it. He's at
Oh,
like
yeah.
1:38 and he just sits down. I'm happy for you. It'll be fun. It's in Columbus?
Yeah.
I'll come watch. Is it on a Saturday or Sunday?
It's on a Sunday, which kind of blows, but
Sunday
Make
morning.
sure you
Sunday morning, yes.
I'll be praying for you.
we had to be in our corrals or whatever group because you put 2 hour mark, so they're going to put you with people who say they're going to be in the 2 hour mark. We were supposed to be there at 7:30. I didn't get there until like 7:50. So I had like 5 minutes to stretch. Stretch before you run
Yeah.
because I was hurting for like 2 weeks after that. I think I don't know, pulled some stuff, but yeah, stretch.
Wait,
I'm
they,
happy for you. Not
they
really.
make you put like they make you call your shot ahead of time, like what time you're gonna get.
Just I think so they can just
Yeah.
at the start, right?
Because some people are like super serious and they want to run like hour 15 and they don't want to have to like weave through all the people who are just going to walk the whole thing. So they put them up by the front so that they're off and then they like release people based on estimated time.
Wow. I would just say I'm gonna do the slowest time because I want to weave in and out of people. It makes it more fun. It takes away from the actual running and think like, oh, you got to dodge as well. It's like American Ninja Warrior.
So Grant, I mean you've inspired me. I think this might be a fun little thing to talk about. Should we design my fit right here? Because I don't want to
Yes.
wear like typical like cutoff race clothes. Devin and I've already discussed this. We're gonna wear the most obscure like random basketball jersey in bright neon tiny shorts we can find.
That's what some people did. They like got like costumes and stuff. Well, you'll be right around Halloween.
Oh my God, I should run the whole thing in the inflatable T-Rex.
I was gonna say, dude, like wear like a morph suit or something, like just like a neon green morph suit.
I should do that or like I'm thinking like bright neon pink, tiny like 1 inch inseams, and then like a Bow Outlaw Trailblazers jersey.
Love that. Love
The only
that.
thing is
Or an
Bow
I'm
Out-
Genius
like-
shirt.
I've already tried to find a Bow Outlaw jersey. This is back when Jimmy and I picked him in like blacktop. It's only on Etsy. Like his jersey doesn't even exist anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Grant, I know you were kind of kidding, like, but Kim, you should wear an I'm No Genius shirt, or we should like give how many people do you know that are running?
Me, Devin, and Devin's brother Nick.
Do you guys want to be I'm No Genius athletes?
Yes.
Or is it sign the? We got to make an
Yes.
announcement.
Dude, sign the contract. Let's get you running.
Okay, no, let's run with this. Let's run because we are looking for sponsors. $150 hurts the bank account. I know we have no money. I'm aware of that. Eli is our sugar daddy slash benefactor,
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. I don't want money. I would love to have I'm No Genius somewhere on me.
We can make that happen. I think we can make that
Could
happen.
Grant, go ahead.
What if we made a Caden Sherman an I'm No Genius athlete, and we
Like,
just give him like $2 each and a hat, and then he just puts I'm No Genius athlete in his bio, and he has to wear the hat to every golf match.
I love it.
If
I don't know if that's a good idea or a terrible idea,
there's
but
no way
it's not-
Caden's wearing the I'm No Genius hat though.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. But
Probably not
Plus,
gonna happen.
knowing Caden, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, of course. That'd just be $63,000 for the golf season." Oh, really, Caden? Would it? But
I mean,
no,
offers out there.
yeah.
could we, and by we I mean Eli, I mean of course I'd sit on FaceTime and watch you. Could we design a headband on the I'm No Genius shop?
If we can't do it on our shop, then we can definitely do it somewhere else. We can get that headband made.
That would be cool. Or like our sticker or like a button. Do we have an I'm No Genius button?
Like the
Yeah.
senior picture, like
Yeah.
buttons and
Like a
everything.
buddy button.
Yeah, well, a buddy button.
What if we got all of us on a buddy button and then ran with the buddy button on?
Dude, that's funny that you say that because I'm not gonna lie, I've been wanting to update some of like our website and some of the stuff that we got and everything. And I've been looking for a picture of all five of us together in like the same room.
Mhm.
It hasn't happened in over a year that we've taken a picture, all five of us together.
Really?
Yeah, I got some on the wall right in front of me, and none of them are all of us. I guess this one is senior tag, but
Yeah, we gotta bump that up.
I mean, we were just all together at OU over the weekend, and we didn't think all to take a picture together.
yeah. Well,
Isn't that's kind of sad, isn't it?
No, you know what?
we
Because
were busy doing other stuff, but
it gives us another reason to get together. We have to get together for this picture.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but Cam, you, Devin, and Devin's brother, you said
Nick,
Nick.
no
I'm-
K, just a C.
Okay, his offer's revoked. I'm sorry. It's we got to pull it. It's not. That's not
fine. No, I
gonna.
understand. I get it.
Doesn't fit our image. Okay, we need at least people with 4 letters in their name.
Yeah.
Said Eli. But glad that you're going out there and doing it. I know. Who said that I should run a half marathon? Somebody said, I hope jokingly, that I should run a half marathon. Was it either?
probably.
Was it you, Grant? Well,
Yeah, I said we should all do it.
I've declined your offer. I will not.
What about for the spring? After Cam crushes this one, I think
Guys,
we'll have to run them together.
I haven't on my feet. I have not traveled, like that means walking and running, any more than 3 miles at a given time within the past ever. I've never traveled that far at one time, so I'm not going to do 13 miles out of nowhere.
Well.
Though
Womp womp.
there might be a catch to that. If I have my earbuds in and I'm listening to like epic fantasy battle like charge music
Mhm.
as we're
Or I'm No
charging,
Genius episodes.
or I'm No Genius episodes, then I might be able to make some magic happen.
Grant, if I do this and I just know I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm not even gonna say that. I was gonna say I'd run the Cap City with you, but there's just no way. There's just no way.
No, you have to.
No, absolutely not.
Because if you get the October 20th,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running October 21st if you get a better time than me. And I'm just gonna run.
I like you like I know it was a jerk. I know it was a joke earlier. I will stop at the finish line so you have a better time than me. I promise you that.
Don't do that.
That's
Get the
gonna
best time you can. And then I'm
I
gonna
can
get a
already
better
see it
time in the
happening.
spring. And then we can just keep going back and forth.
Cam. That I know you're not trying to sound arrogant right now, but you really are. Okay,
No, I'm
I can
not
already
because
see it happening.
first off, you didn't
Seems
let me
like I
finish.
know I'm gonna get a better
No,
time,
no, no,
but when
no,
it
no. That's
happens,
not at all where I was going, actually, at all. What I was gonna say is Devin runs much faster than me, and his ADHD gives him about +5 horsepower, right? So I can see it now. We're gonna get to mile 10. He's gonna be chomping at the bit to like get out in front of me. He's like we gotta get this 2 hour pace. Let me go. See ya, buddy. And I'll just trot along behind him. I truly do not think I ran 4 miles today. My first one was 8:10. Every mile after that was significantly slower. And I'm supposed to do that for 13 miles?
I mean, that's what happens. You just got to get it to a point where significantly slower will get you to the time you want to be. So whatever your starting time is, it's going to get slower, but you just got to pick a time, plan it out, and do it.
I just want a cool outfit.
You're
And
just in it for the.
by cool,
That's on
I
Eli.
mean borderline flamboyantly gay.
Yeah, you know,
We can make that happen.
Thank you.
not because of the I'm No Genius merch, because of the other accessories you're going to have on the I'm No. That's not what Cam's saying at
I
all.
was thinking just the button.
Just
Yeah.
just the
The
button.
button
Just
and the number that you get just covering your
Yeah. That's it. I'll wear like a loincloth.
a loin.
did I ever tell you what my watch said after I finished the half marathon?
What?
I got done. You cross the finish line, you get a banana. I took like 5 bananas and I just sat there for a second. Then I look at my watch to kind of like see what the calories said and everything and like the rings. I closed the rings like 2.5 times. And then like 5 minutes later it pops up. It says, looks like you're off to a great start today. Let's keep going.
Because it was so early, wasn't it? In the
Yeah.
morning.
Nope, I'm done. I'm gonna go lay in bed for the next 24 hours.
Hell of a start you had there, kid.
The series,
Yep.
like the series,
keep on
like
going.
that's a great start. So many more hours in the day. Let's
Yeah.
keep going. Like that. I haven't. I don't. It's funny that you mentioned that, Grant. I haven't closed any of the rings on my Apple Watch in several weeks because most of my day I'm just sitting at a desk, and then when I try to run and everything, it's very pathetic. I would say it's pretty embarrassing.
Do you wear your watch when you work out? Either of you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't. I never do.
Why?
Not when I run, not when I lift. I don't know. I'm scared I'm gonna break it. But like,
Why?
I still have a
That's
series,
the point.
I still have a Series 3 that doesn't connect to my phone.
Your Fitbit?
Oh, so it doesn't show the calories or anything?
No, like it will if I wore it, but like I don't see any text messages pop up on my watch or anything like that.
I mean, that's how mine is. I really just do it for the rings at this point.
Mine's legitimately just a watch.
Grant's hooked
Wow.
on the rings.
Like it just tells me.
I have to close them.
Have to close those rings, dude.
Yeah, see, I never wear it. Not when I lift, not when I run, nothing.
Cam, do you remember back?
Bodie
Sorry.
has, I kid you not, Bodie has had an Apple Watch on his wrist since he was 16 years old. I've never once seen him take it off. He swims with it, he showers with it.
That's what I do.
It's waterproof.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was just water resistant.
Well,
Started with it for 3 years and we're still working.
That's wild.
I have
Good for
a-
you. Maybe
I
I'll
can't-
wear more.
I've got an Apple Watch tan line. Here.
Whoa.
Wow.
Whoa.
Easy, Shadur.
Cam, do you remember back in high school when it was like before our walkthroughs for football on a Friday morning, and you sold me a Series 3 Fitbit in the parking lot, and we acted like it was a drug deal?
No.
Yeah, I bought it for you for $20. That thing lasted maybe 3 days, and then it broke.
Looking back, I do remember I had a Fitbit, but I did not know I sold it to you.
Yeah, you did. You were just like, I was just like, man, everybody. I don't know why we brought up this conversation, but I was just like, I really wanted the Fitbit. It's like, I think my mom was talking about how many steps she got in or something,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I could probably beat that. Just like, just being, devil's advocate, really.
Yeah.
But I had no way to keep track. I didn't have a Fitbit. My parents weren't going to buy me one, but they probably would if I asked.
Yeah.
But I didn't ask them. But I was talking about Fitbit with you, and you said, "Hey, I've got an old Fitbit I'm not using. You want to buy it?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, sure. How much?" He goes, $20. I'm just like, "That's a steal right there." And then it broke 3 days later.
Nice.
So,
Well, wasn't trying to scam you. But sorry I did.
I mean, it was a nice Fitbit too. But
Oh,
after that, I went to my parents, which I should have done in the first place, and my dad gave me his old hand-me-down Fitbit. So it ended well, I would say.
that's awesome. I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. It's just,
Thanks for the $20.
yeah, which that's not the first time I've had to give you $20 for something that
Grant's
was,
actually had to pay me $20 a couple times as well, haven't you, boys?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Eli, why
have.
did you? Oh, you bet. Yours was what? The 2015 finals?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet Cam and my blind Cavalier uh loyalty, really. I bet that the Cavs were gonna destroy the Golden State Warriors in the 2015 NBA Finals. And as history will tell you, that didn't happen, sadly. LeBron and number two best player on the team, J.R. Smith, could not get it done against them. I probably could have seen that coming in retrospect, but I was blind back then. It's just how it is.
It's all right. It's all right.
And I owe you $20 again for the fantasy league that we are in. Which, by the way, guys,
Yeah.
fantasy league coming up really soon.
No, it's here.
It's here.
Yeah, we have our teams. We're set. This is my year. Finished last year. Not gonna happen again.
I promise you. All right, I want to make another promise. If Grant is in the lead, if Grant is in first place by the time that this marathon rolls around, I know it's going to be like the middle of the NFL season. I will run a 1:15 half marathon just out of spite because I don't want Grant to win this fantasy league that bad.
There's a narrative around me that I don't like. I don't know if anyone else in our fantasy league is listening, but it's that I make bad trades.
You don't like
Two sides have to agree to a trade.
Grant.
I send the trade, you accept it.
Yeah, but
It's
listen,
not my fault. That's
I
your
don't-
fault for being an idiot and accepting a terrible trade.
you just said a terrible trade.
Don't
It's-
accept it. Some of them are good. And then
It's
when I
not-
sent a good trade that
No.
both sides went on, then people are like, oh no, that's just another bad trade. Like I sent one to Cam. That was good trade. It was Diggs and McLaurin for CD or something.
Listen, personally, I like that trade.
Not a bad
Obviously,
trade.
I accepted it. But also, you're so insistent and such a dickhead about it. You're like nitty gritty, Billy Bean. I need to make this trade. Look at the numbers.
I mean, I care. Would you rather me not care? I care about this league.
I mean, Cam,
I'm locked in
he,
from August till January.
he has a point. Do we need guys like that in our league, or else it's just not going to be any fun?
And now every single time,
This is
even if
yours,
it's
Grant.
like a bench player for a bench player, it gets vetoed immediately. So the fun has been sucked out of the league.
Yeah, no, listen, that's not fair.
That's insane.
That's not fair. That democracy might be dead in our fantasy league, but it's also because you kind of set the precedent.
And Grant, how are
Don't
we?
accept them.
I mean, how are we to know what constitutes a bad trade and a good trade if this entire time you're just like, oh, this adds depth to your roster, man?
I mean, I'm selling you. That's I don't know.
Just to be
Why would I
sure,
make a trade I don't win? That makes no sense. I don't give a shit about your team. I want to make my team better.
just to be sure, You don't understand where this narrative came from about you.
You have no idea.
You know where that's coming from?
I just got upset that my trade got vetoed, so I had to bring this up.
Well, we see how Grant's doing at the start of this fantasy season. Cam, how are you feeling about your
Doesn't matter. I'm
chances?
not trading anyone.
How are you feeling about your chances this year?
I don't know. I at this point in time, I'm not the only person I'm aware of on my team is Jamar Chase because I traded for him,
Hmm.
much to Grant's chagrin. But uh, fantasy's fake. You can't plan for fantasy. You can have the best team in the world, and they're all going to get hurt. And it is fun though. I do enjoy it.
It's a lot of fun. It's a bonding experience between all of us guys, I would say. I got sent a an Instagram reel from my cousin who has only sent me like I think 3 text messages in my entire life.
What's his
And
name?
Mitch.
Shout out, Mitch.
Shout out.
Shout out, Mitch. I hope you're doing well. If you still listen to this, I don't think you do. But Mitch, he sends me an Instagram reel, and you know, like those like to catch a predator things and everything.
Yeah.
It was like that, but with fantasy league. So like this, like 5 year, 6 year fantasy veteran is coming to this house. He's like, "Hey, buddy, I got a trade for you." And then Chris Hansen comes out and says, "What were you going to do with this first year fantasy player?" And he's just like, "I was just going to give him, like these players for, I just wanted to add depth to his team and everything." That's how I felt my first year in like actually taking fantasy seriously, because before that, I just auto drafted everybody, which I still do, but I just auto drafted everybody and just let the players that I picked do the work. I didn't make any trades or anything. And then this guy rolls around and he starts making all these trades and everything, starts making all these proposals, shooting them my way, and I just feel overwhelmed that I like, oh, I have to trade? Is that just part of the game? Are people going to look at me weird if I don't trade? And then he knew that, and he takes advantage of it.
Eli, you may have just received an offer.
Were you listening? Were you just tuning us out?
was. I heard that. Yeah.
Grant, in
I heard
case you weren't listening, Eli compared you to a sexual predator because of your fantasy football habits.
it. Well, that's
Cam's-
whatever. Give me John.
Cam skipped a few steps, but yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna look at this trade. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm trying to think. Grant, is there anything new in your life, or are you just chilling?
Just chilling, man. Back to school. Loaded schedule. A lot of classes.
Yeah, no, that sounds not fun, but I
Not
would
fun.
also, Grant, I would like to commend you. Your host skills this past weekend were phenomenal.
Yes, very good, Grant. Yes.
You were the host with the most, I must say, and you created an environment that was fun and safe, and I love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good
Thank
stuff.
I
I'm
really
sorry.
appreciate that.
I'm sorry that I couldn't be there for. I showed up late and I left early, so I'm sorry that I did that. I didn't even know that this gathering was happening until about 1 in the afternoon. And
Eli,
then
I had no idea you were coming. Well, like I saw the text, but kind of forgot. And then I turn around and you're there, and just the biggest smile came across my face. So
Yeah,
that's all that matters.
that was
You were
awesome.
there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you guys were pretty preoccupied when I sent those texts, I think. But yeah, no.
It was like you said, what, 11? I
I
was
don't-
at Kroger. I almost got beat up by my girlfriend because I had to pee so bad that I couldn't stop shaking the car just because I had to keep moving or else I was going to pee. And she wanted to hurt me because I wouldn't settle down. But I had to pee so bad, so we stopped at Kroger.
What's with Alexa wanting to fight everyone? Seriously.
Yeah, what's up with her wanting to fight everyone, huh?
I don't understand what it is with your girl, bro. But yes, Grant, great job this week. Garrett as well, Drew, Jarrett, all the hosts really did an amazing job. We felt very welcome in Athens. Do we ever not feel welcome in Athens? That's the thing, though.
I was gonna say, yeah. We love having you guys. It's always fun. It's always a good time.
Thanks, Trent.
I know you don't
Eli,
inherit.
you accept my trade.
No, I will not accept that trade. Thank you, though. I know, Grant. I was gonna say I don't. I know you don't inherit your host skills from your dad. Just-
But Grant's mom is one of maybe one of the best hosts in the world. Hostesses,
yeah.
not the pastries. She
Well,
rocked.
still, like sometimes when we go over to Grant's house,
She
though,
makes great pastries. I meant
he,
Hostesses pastries like the brand.
yeah. But sometimes there are some pastries. Let's not get it twisted. There's some pretty good
Oh,
pastry.
Kendra Sherman chocolate chip cookies, banging.
Ain't lying.
Shout out Kendra.
Yeah. Well, guys, we got a couple minutes left. I want to close with. I mean, I'm just an old timer trying to relive my glory days back in college. Um, hmm, sorry. Anyways, you guys are still in school, finishing up. Grant, you got 1 year left. Cam, you've got basically 6 months left, or no, like really
One
5 months.
class.
Yeah, one class really. Let's have some goals to finish out your college careers. Grant, let's start with you.
Get my degree. I don't know. No, I want to do great in all my classes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to get a 4.0 like this other guy here, but I'm just going to do well in my classes and enjoy my time.
Grant, would you like to have a job lined up before you graduate?
Yeah,
Like,
right when I was finishing that sentence, I was like, I should probably say something about a job. Towards the end of this semester, middle of this semester, I'll start looking at different places, to apply in Columbus, around Columbus, um, elsewhere, just about anywhere. So,
well, Grant, I know that I take it from a guy who I've worked with you for many many years. We've been friends for many many years before that. You are a stand up and yeah, this is work right here. We
All
we
right,
each
bud.
we each get a cut of the business, and I pay taxes for it. I just Venmo you guys.
Oh, you pay taxes, really, dude?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you pay taxes, financial advisor. Yeah. Grant, you are a stand-up individual, and I know that any company, again, in Columbus or elsewhere, wherever, they would be lucky to have you because you radiate energy, you radiate positivity, and you're just a great guy to be around. And I love you.
yeah, thanks.
All right, Cam, let's have some goals for you. You are in the closing stages. One more class. Let's how you want to wrap up?
How am I supposed to follow that? Just blazing ball of sunshine. God, I love Grant.
Yep.
Goal for my semester. Like I said, I just got to get an A in this class. I got a 4.0, and I have to complete a final project for honors. So I still have to figure out what that is, but I got to do it.
Yeah, Cam, I meant to ask you this before, but as a you 4.0, that means you've never had a B in your college career.
I would also like to point out that the Ohio Christian 4.0 is probably the equivalent of an Ohio State or OU 2.5. Um, but to people who don't know that, they don't know that. So,
Hey, dude, that's athletically eligible. Which, by the way, those college like the college football 25 game on my road to glory.
yeah,
I'm barely passing any of my classes because it's all about I'm not going into accounting, not going into finance. Okay, I'm going to the league. All right, that's
yeah.
what matters. But I'm throwing for 800 yards on Saturday, and you're trying to tell me to do my history homework. That's not happening. All right. But Cam, it's still 4.0. That's very impressive. Wherever you go to school.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Oh yeah,
Financial management's going to be a doozy, but we'll get it done.
yeah. Knock on wood for you. And you've already got a job lined up. You want to talk about what you're going to do to start off your adult life? Excuse me,
Yeah.
a
I
dirt
mean,
life.
we touched on it last episode, but I'm going to sell windows and doors.
Okay,
Let's go.
Yeah.
sell me a window right now.
As I was walking in, it looked like there was a rock, and the glasses may look like someone threw a rock at your window. It looks like you need one.
I think you're mistaken. I do live on a bad part of town, but
No,
but
no. I watched it happen.
you wa-
I threw a rock at your window, and now you don't have a window. How can I help you?
Cam, I'm not gonna lie. This sounds very Godfather-ish. Like, like you blow up my car and then you try to sell me an insurance policy.
Was he poor?
What was the Godfather poor?
Yeah.
No,
Then he was doing something right.
Enough said.
I guess so too. Are you excited to be a window and door salesman?
Yeah, it's a job that's not required me to bend over and pull weeds. Thank God.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm
do you-
pretty ecstatic about it.
Do you think that internship helped you secure this job?
Yeah, because when my blinds fall off in my house and my front mulch bed look a little too green, I can take care of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I love Westwood. I met a bunch of great people there, and I did learn a lot of stuff. So I have no regrets, no regrets.
No regrets.
Heck yeah. Well, speaking of regrets, do you guys have any for college as a whole? Anything you go back and do again?
I would say continuing this podcast after we graduate high school.
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing.
No regrets from either of you?
I would say running a half marathon because now Cam's gonna get a better time than me, and I'm just gonna
Stop.
be disappointed the entire time.
Stop. Grant, you better get out there. Bodie's about to knock down that door.
I know we got another guest, first timer.
That's not Bodie.
That's
Definitely not.
I know Bodie. That's not Bodie. Oh, I was like, she's hiding. Like, she positioned herself perfectly behind your head.
That was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
She's
No,
great.
Eli, I have no regret. I mean, I guess the only regret I have was that I wish I remembered how to play basketball in college. That would have helped out a lot, but
You say
again,
that,
you'll have that.
Cam, you say that, but then when we play pickup, you're still the best. So it's all about perspective, really.
I want to play pickup with you guys.
Okay. Well, we'll make that happen sometime in the near future. Guys, let's wrap it up. Let's have a life lesson. Grant, how about you?
Weren't those just the past 10 minutes, the life lessons?
All right, Cam, life lesson. How about you?
Don't accept any trades from Grant Sherman in fantasy, and don't spend money on half marathons.
Yeah.
Don't run them to begin with because then your friends will, this is my life lesson. Don't run them to begin with because then your friends will just get better times than you and you're just going to be miserable and you're going to want to do it again. So
I know what we're going to call this episode. That's a long-winded title, but we'll make it work. Life lesson for me, run, jump, spend, laugh, smile, and cry. Thank you all for watching this episode of I'm No Genius. I've been Eli. He's been Grant. He's been Cam. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Everybody loves my baby, but my baby don't love